crazy. I got a full house and I'm
Woo!
loving this. It's a way to have a book launch right here. So I am going to, before we get anything started, let everybody introduce themselves in case anybody comes over from the Twitter side and don't know all these lovely people. So we'll start with Sako. We'll just go around however y'all want to do it.
Howdy, Howlers. I'm Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voight. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things, which I totally did for this lady. I formatted Unknown Family, and it turned out wonderful.
Yes, it did. I think you did have a little bit of your witchcraft to finally make it work.
All right, I am Jace Maxwell. I'm an author of urban fantasy and an editor for Rose City Editing, and that is the sphere I am here in today because I am the I am lots of editing work in that book.
Yes, you did. Kat.
Oh, me. I'm Kat. Slightly sleep deprived. I'm just here to support Ember because book. And I showed off guinea pig, so.
Hi, I'm Meadow. I'm a writer and I do live streams, but I'm also here as one, friend to Amber, and two, I also worked on this book. Jace did all the line and developmental stuff, and I did all of the proofreading and whatnot.
Hi, I'm Savvy. I'm from the YouTube channel Savvy Writes Books. On my channel I talk about writing and small business owner life, and I also do deep dives exposing fake business gurus. And I'm a small business owner who runs Forever Home Friends, and I'm really excited because Amber was on my Forever Home Friends book launch back in November. Now I'm on your book launch, and this is so exciting.
Yay!
Yay!
Hello, my name is Charlie. I have two YouTube channels, one at Charlie Dorset and the other is my at Project Shadow. And I do a lot of different stuff. We talk about pop culture and I post my music over to the Project Shadow channel. I talk about books and writing and my life on this one. I also do a lot of live streams, like way too many live streams. But hey, I would love to see you at one of them. And I'm so excited for this book.
Thank you all for being here. I'm not lying when I say it's taken a whole crap ton of stuff that was not planned, scheduled. It completely took apart my time I had spent for marketing and promotions and cover reveal and holding the book, and I honestly had to decide last night, deeply decide whether I was going to publish the paperback side, because as with everything with this book, I did it didn't work, and now I'm not getting my proofs until Friday. So all I have is the little thumbnail when it says we're shipping, and it looks okay. So I think it'll be okay. It's not my normal way of doing things. I'm super scared, but super excited. So I guess that'll be Sunday's stream is, hey, I got a proof. But the inside's great. I know that's great. Thanks to Rose City Editing with Jace and Meadow and amazing formatting with Sako. It was all a headache and a mess, and I love it. So, hello, Devin. Thank you. Hi, Jennifer. She's already told me thank you over on Facebook. Master Sango, hello. And Jason, hello. If you have not checked out his channel, make sure we got to go get him some subs. He does writing sprints every weekend. I was going to say Saturday, but you do them Saturday and Sunday. So he's my little hole in the wall. I don't want to give him up, but he needs subs and love. So, but yeah, so I don't really have a plan for this. I'm not going to lie. If we get a lot of people on, people that haven't had a chance to win, I want to give away a book. Meadow with Rose City Editing has graciously given us a gift as well to give people. So if you're looking to get some copy editing done, we have that gift as well. So it's up to you guys if you want to do a race or whoever answers a question first or
That
anything.
race was crazy. I just have to say that was like one of the like. I've used those race timers. I don't know how many times, and the one that's in the lead never wins. How did I win that race? I don't understand it.
I have to agree. I've never seen one where you I've never seen one go that far in the beginning. First off, like you were almost off the page before they even got started, and then you still ended up winning. It was, I thought for sure, like, since Jennifer was started as the last, and she was just gonna, like, the last 3 minutes just like take you over. I honestly thought she was. Like, that's the way it normally happens.
It is.
I don't get it, but I'm glad you won. But yep, look at that, Devin throwing some love. There's Jason's channel and the Rose City Editing. Definitely go and check them out. Jennifer says everything's gonna be fine. You wrote it, and Chase Meadow Asako worked on it. It's going to be amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. What I love about writing a series that's standalone is you don't have to read book 1 to read book 2, but
No, you really don't.
yeah.
Stand on its own.
Yeah, but if you read book 1, you have a whole paragraph where you get the main characters in this book. So you get a little bit of a sense of where this book falls in line. They actually, book 1 and 2 kind of happen at the same time. So technically it's book 2, but one's happening over here and the other over here. So yeah. Yeah. Jennifer saying that race was awesome. CB, hello, and thank you. Orla, hello, love. I took the day off. I was like, we're just gonna, I don't care if I don't sell a book. I'm taking the day off to relax. Like, this is my day. I'm done. Like, it's done. I'm just gonna take a big sigh, calming breath.
Out of curiosity, did you have any music that inspired you while you were writing this?
A lot of, oddly enough, forest scene music.
Right on.
Like we were talking the other day, I was talking to actually my physical therapist, and she asked me what inspired the book, and we started talking about all the different books we loved and what made me write the series. And you know, it was funny getting to rehash all that with somebody who loves to read, who doesn't do everything we do, because she's talking about how she liked how Anne Rice, you know, takes bits of actual history and like the Bible and stuff in her Vampire Chronicles, and that's actually what inspired me to use the actual Greek stories instead of just making up an entirely new story. So, you know, between her and Christine Feehan making me love vampires, period, that started the first book. And I want to encompass every type of creature out there. I want to write a book with, by the end of it, every type of creature in every type of paranormal there is, not just what we know in America, vampires and werewolves and stuff like that, or not just in any different culture like Greek. Because book 3 hints at another god instead of Greek. And in book 4, when you finally get to the world, you actually meet all kinds of different variations of gods. So I love that I'm hinting at different stuff along the way. But I think for book 2, it was mostly memories. Like, because it starts off, you know, they're in the Nantahala forest, which I spent every summer as a kid.
Oh.
And going down the Nantahala Rapids was an experience every year. So I don't know, I used all that and my love of Tennessee and just kind of went for it. And then I've only been to Tibby Island a couple times, so I was like, it's not that far, let's just do it, you know. So kind of gives you the whole beach since she goes down to under the ocean with Poseidon for a little while, and gives you the forest with the satyrs and nymphs. So yeah.
Woo.
Y'all, I'm sorry for being muted. Chewy's being loud and annoying, and I don't want him to disturb everyone.
Oh, you're fine.
My child's being loud and annoying, and I don't want her to disturb anyone.
I'm being loud and annoying, and I don't want to disturb everyone.
Okay, first off, Charlie, you're never annoying, even when you're loud. And Meadow Noel singing is not loud and annoying. It's just cute, but it can't get loud. So calm down. And who doesn't love dogs, Savvy? Mine doesn't know how to bark otherwise. Probably be hearing him. But in case anyone hasn't gone and seen it, here is, for now, book 1's cover and a lovely book 2. Alec had to do some last minute changes on it to kind of center it because when I put it on, it did not like me for a minute. So thank you, Amazon, for having to have 1/8 of a corner around the whole freaking thing to cut off half the Y.
Nice.
Yeah, like that's why I had to redo the cover. Like it wanted me to have such a big gap around it so that it wouldn't cut it off, that it was cutting off half the Y. It was crazy. So Alec had to shift it all. He's like, it's not center now. I'm like, I know, just do it. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you. I have all of the links down below for where you can get it, whether you want an ebook or paperback. Kobo and Apple was giving me a little bit of a brain fart last night, so I got to figure those out. No, I'll add them below, but definitely happy with this book. And hey, it's under 113,000, just barely, but it is. So it's less than book 2. I looked at it last night. The final draft was 109 something. So we're getting there. We're getting lower. But I think if I'd cut anything else out, it wouldn't have made sense for the rest of the people in the world. So, because book 2 kind of sets up for book 4. So, in book 1, you had to kind of get to know the backstory of how everything happened. So, that's something you can just say no to. So, all right. Thank you, Devin. Thank you.
Incorporating world building into the actual text of a book is one of the trickiest things that any author has to do, because it needs to be there or nobody will understand what's going on. But if it's too dumpy, just like it gets boring, and it's a really hard needle to thread sometimes, especially when you're doing anything fantasy or sci-fi-ish.
Well, see, and the hardest part for me wasn't even that necessarily. It was that, how do I explain it? Like, because the book is set so much in real places, like, I didn't want to exactly make everything like, oh, let me go Google and see how right she was. But I had my own experiences in these places, so there were certain things I wanted to make sure I added in. But you don't want somebody coming at you with a review going, that's not right, that's not on that street. Like, I'm not trying to be that precise, but because like the gazebo that that in book 1 he tells her, everything that's really there, but not the building. It's 3 streets down. In book 2, the Nantahala River is not as close to where they're staying, but so the beach house isn't as close to the city. So
I know when I wrote my last book that took place on Earth, I was using Street View all the time just to make sure I had things right, because I hate getting those comments too.
Yeah, like I made sure the gazebo in book 1 was on the actual street name, but then I just like made everything else up. And so then when in book 2 they go downtown and I mentioned a couple streets, they walk up and down because there's a couple shops I wanted to put in there. I'm like, let me Google this. Like, I know that street. Let me make sure I spell it right. So there's definitely both. I haven't actually gotten any of those comments yet, but I don't want to get them. Like, that's my fear. Not even that people aren't going to like it, but that they're going to, like, hound me about the details. It is fiction.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The one encompassing comment you can give to people like that is creative liberties.
Yeah. Like, it does say in the beginning, this is a work of fiction.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
I wish people would accept that fiction is fictional.
Yeah. Yeah, just because you add a few elements doesn't mean the whole thing's true. It'd be nice if, sand turned into swords, but,
That would be lovely. I can think of at least 3 times in my life that would have been very useful.
Because I do love that I wrote, that's like one scene I loved writing was they're practicing battling, and Malem's just like, let me grab a sword. And he just like grabs it out of the sand, and Sada's brother's like, what the hell? Were you hiding that? No, I just made it. So does anybody in the comments or on screen have any questions?
I will ask one.
What?
In Unknown Family, who is your favorite side character?
Ooh. You had to ask me that, didn't you? Because you know the book frontwards and backwards. Oh, God. Caprica or Amy? Let me see. They're both sarcastic smartasses. That's why I like them. We'll go with Amy because she cuts through everybody's bullshit.
Queen of Swords.
Yeah. Like, I love that Sada, because she's so innocent in the beginning, has these friends that are so sarcastic and outgoing. And I think the Caprica's little sister, Dusty, reminds me of like a younger version of Sada. She's still innocent. But between Caprica and Amy, they're both sarcastic asses, but and both very into responsibility, but Amy will cut through your bullshit. She's like, no, try again. You're lying, try again. And the scene in the meadow when she's pissing Sada off, that was funny.
I'm sharing this stream right now a few places. I've just shared it on the YouTube community tab. I want to...
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to share it on Twitter too.
Yeah, I started that. I never got around to it. I'm so bad at all that kind of stuff. I did all the here's the links this morning and then totally forgot about here's the stream link.
Well, it was a privilege, and it was actually a lot of fun during the developmental process, fleshing out a lot of those characters.
Thank you.
Bringing out a lot more personality and a lot more depth.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, my favorite is probably Lilac.
Just say, yeah, I already knew that was probably your favorite because you wanted to have a side story. Which
I do.
Probably, honestly, part of my I'm not going to write or edit my novels until I move is because I'm trying to think of a storyline for her to write a reader magnet story. So you did get me on that. I pulled out my notes the other day, and I'm just trying to piece together my storyline right now for her. So you're going to get your wish. You're going to get your wish. Jennifer says her copy will be here around the 13th or so. Awesome. My second set of proofs will probably be here around that time. Justin says, how many drafts did I do? Full drafts, 2. Before I sent it to Jace.
And then I did a round of editing, you did a draft. I did another round of editing, you did another draft.
Yeah, and then it went to Meadow. So probably with editing a total of about 5 drafts. If you include the cleaning up of the small stuff as one. Yeah. Hi, Noel.
You really, really wanted to say hi to you.
Hi, Noel.
Say happy book launch.
No. CB says I got called out because I used the characters from Dogma in a fanfic. It's a fanfic. That's
Yeah.
even worse.
The logic
Who
makes
cares?
no sense.
I swallowed it. Went down the wrong pipe. Excuse me. Devin says, hi, Noel. Hi, Heather. Thanks for joining. Bonnie says, how long did it take you to start to finish in the book? Jay, shut up. Well, let's see. Considering it was supposed to be out July last year. No, from start to finish, me writing it before all the edits, I give myself 4 to 6 months to write. And this one actually took me, because of the move, it took me 7. Because I had everything written before we moved in 2019, except for the battle scene. So it took me 7 months, if you count like the moving as part of it. But actually, start to finish writing, not including the move, it was right about 5.5 months. And then I gave it to Jace. And that took us how long, Jace? I don't even remember anymore. I've had so many issues. Was it 4 months? 3-4 months?
It took a good long time. Lots of issues.
Not so much with the plot, but more so like.
Oh, I was meaning like COVID life issues, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I was saying not so much the book or the plot or anything. Just with 2020 hitting, like everybody kind of had to take a step back and reevaluate what was going on with life.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole reason there was no way July was coming out, because I had asked these guys right when COVID hit to do it, and so then we all had to take a step back.
So yeah, when you take into account that 2020 was in that book,
Yeah.
there is no way to use that as a basis of measurement for how long a book can take, because 2020 just screwed everything up.
Yeah. Because I gave it to y'all in like February, March, and I fully expected to have it done by like May, so that I could then get it formatted and have enough time. And then I knew July wasn't going to happen when COVID hit, but I was like, okay, if I can just get it out in 2020, I'll be okay with that. But yeah, everything just, nothing worked right. Nothing wanted to work. Nothing wanted to happen on time. It was a thing. With or without 2020, it was a thing. Yeah, no, I average, before 2020 hit, I averaged 25K a month. That's writing 500 to 1,000 words a day. When I'm writing and everything's going good, I average 25K a month. Because I like to, on my best months, have a book written every 4 months, and that way I can do a final first edit by month 6. So I can then send it to alphas. Like, I have a whole timeline to have a book out a year when they're that thick. But, you know, that just wasn't happening. Anybody that got a book out in 2020 with everything going on, I bow down to you. Like, I don't know how anybody did it. I'm bowing over here.
Self-pub.
Oh, my God.
That's really my only excuse, is because I could self-pub.
Even self-publishing, like, I mean, and granted, I have a crazy job, like, that got fully impacted by COVID. I didn't get to take any days off, but my work life went to hell in a handbasket on
So
top
did
of,
mine. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we supply things that make the mask. We supply the construction stuff, and suddenly everything was closing. And it's like, well, let me cancel this order. Well, do I cancel this order? Can I, you know, my boss quit, my coworker quit. Like, it literally a hell in a handbasket. So I was the only one left at work trying to struggle between work and getting the book out. So yeah, self-care had to be a thing, and I had to just give it to Jace and say, do what you can as you can. I will look at it afterwards as I can, because I know the first like 3 or 4 chapters we were okay, and I was like, okay, I'm keeping up with you. And then you went and got like 4 chapters done in a day, and I'm like, fuck, can't keep up now. So it was a thing. And then yeah, but yeah, I on a good month I averaged 25K. I haven't done it since 2020, but I was only 3,000 less than what I wrote for 2019 for 2020. So that was nice. Because 2018, when I wrote the book, everything except the ending of it, I was averaging 200K a year. Like, that was giving myself, you know, all of Christmas off and all of July off. But that hasn't happened since 2020 hit, and it definitely hasn't happened since I moved in 2019, for that matter, because if y'all seen the state of my house, there's a reason there's a green screen. 3 people in a 32-foot camper don't make for very much writing space. Hello, Spence. I sent you the link. I sent you the link if you'd like to get on.
We need 2 more people for the full Brady Bunch.
That would look pretty cool.
Join us so we can tell the story of a lovely lady who just released her very next book.
Yeah.
At this point, since we're moving this year, I'm thinking I'm gonna be, for the next few years, having a book out every other year. I swear to God. Like,
That's legit.
there's no way, like, to work on trying to get everything set up for the move, because we're every day my mom's off, I get off work, and we go through storage to try to make 2 storages into 1, and then we're same thing on the weekends. And I promised my daughter I'd give her a month off of all the book stuff to have some her time, some native time, some craft time. Like, I want to teach her a lot of things while we're here. And yeah, I mean, I want to see this place before I move away from the mountains. So it's just about spending the time here, because other than coming back for stuff once we get the house built, I probably won't be back very often. So enjoy it while I can and use it to my photography advantage.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, thank you, Bonnie. Ordering books for TBR tomorrow. Awesome. Well, don't forget Miss Sako. You can go over to her coffee and get her book as a free gift. I saw that video this morning.
Yeah. I wasn't going to bring it up, but here we are.
So Friday when I get paid, that'll be happening.
Cool. Yeah. For those curious, I can't legally sell paperback copies of my book. So what I'm doing instead is people donate $30 and then they get a free gift. Free gift. Being a signed copy of the book.
Is it because of who you're publishing through?
Eat your apple first, and then you can have candy.
Okay.
Yep.
I wasn't sure how that worked.
If I could have sold paperbacks through them, it would have been different. But I couldn't figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't sure if they had that capability, or if they were.
their printer does, but their website doesn't really their GUI doesn't really allow for it.
Okay. Awesome. And I know for me, for the signed, because you can just order it from Amazon. If you'd like to just order from Amazon, I have no problems with that. But you can actually go on my website and order one for the signed copy. It does have $3 extra on it to cover shipping. So it's $15 instead of $12.99. I guess $2.01. But if you'd like a signed copy, go to my website instead. Or you can just message me. If you do buy it on Amazon, then I have the nameplates and bookmarks that I can send you to put on the book if you'd like that. So if you want to do it that way, let me know. I can do that as well. And as for those who have won a paperback, I'm going to order those today, or not today. I'm going to order those this weekend once I get the proof and make sure that everything does look right. And then I'll order some to get those out for you. So if you've won, let me know. If you haven't already sent me your email address, your mailing address, all of that stuff. So that is how that's going to work. Sako, I did not ask you, because you are a formatter, you get a free copy. Do you want the free ebook or paperback?
Paperback would be great.
Awesome. It's like, there's something I haven't asked someone. It's you.
Noelle's over here being a silly goose, trying to make faces at you, even though you can only see her forehead.
Are you being goofy, Noelle?
Are you being silly?
So what people don't know is off camera, off live stream, we make silly faces while mommy's cooking dinner all the time.
Yeah, I'll have my laptop on the table, and I'll be in the kitchen cooking, and then I just hear Amber like making noises at Noelle, and they're making faces back and forth and stuff.
I keep her entertained, and I love it. Oh, you're fine, CB. Not a problem. Which title is better? Family Therapy Stark Style or Soulmates The Journey?
I like the second one more, but I don't know the theme of the story.
To say, if it's your fanfic, I feel like it tells more with the first one, but I like the wording of the second one better. Maybe say the Stark Journey? Or the Stark Family Journey? Anybody else?
I actually like that edit. Soulmates, the Stark Family Journey. I like that.
Yeah.
I like what you... Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's the one you've been given snippets of, I think that's probably the way I like it the best.
But then again, that's like my creative answer to everything. When in doubt, just mash it up.
Just mash it.
Right?
It's the German technique. If you can't remember the word for the thing, just take all the words that describe that thing and mash them together.
It's like when you're a kid and you got mashed potatoes and peas. Smash them together. All right. Jennifer wants a book plate. Awesome. That's fine. No, you'll get it. They went live. I was going to do... Jace had me talked into doing the 12:30 this morning / last night, whatever stream, just to hit the live button when I was like 11:30, 12 o'clock. I'm sitting here at my desk, just like dozing.
Yeah.
It's a work day. My brain thinks I need to go to sleep, and I woke up to like my cat hitting my head, like, "All right, mom, bed."
Aww.
So that didn't happen. Sorry. But yeah, so y'all get this one instead. Yeah, hopefully that works. Hopefully you like that. So I don't know. I'm just like here.
Noelle won't share my own candy with me. She stole it, and now she won't share any.
Oh my God.
Rude.
I thought all things just naturally belonged to Noelle and we just borrowed them.
I guess now. But Jordan got me these peach rings from the store yesterday.
No wonder she stole them. That's her favorite thing to steal from you.
Yeah, she stole them, and she won't even share one bite.
She's like smiling. Yeah. If y'all have not tried these and you like Reese's, you have to try this.
They look like turtles.
They are, but they're out of.
Those look so good. Oh my
Are those
god.
the Take Five? Wait, are those
No,
the Take Fives?
It's
They look like the
Reese's
Take
Turtles.
Fives.
It's Reese's Turtles.
Those look so good. I need some candy in my life.
Me too.
Oh, there's
My
Chewy again.
cooking skills have
I have
failed.
peanut butter. So my husband has peanut butter ice cream in the
Mhm.
fridge. It's dairy free, and it's been there for months. And he keeps forgetting my gelato. So part of me is like,
Go eat it. Yeah, no. This is my book launch stuff right here.
yeah,
About myself.
damn
Alcoholic
right.
chocolate.
Damn.
And I bought the chocolate and that 3 days ago, and the fact that my daughter has not opened it until today surprised the hell out of me. It's like, can we open it? Can we try it now? It's your book launch. Can we? He says it ends at the end of Tony's relationship with Maya Hansen and ends with Tony and Pepper finding out that Pepper is pregnant and the gender reveal. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. It's happy launch day for me. I don't know what the
Yes.
teddy is.
I don't know what the I
don't know what the teddy is,
what the teddy
but-
is. Yeah.
I was like, do I say thank you? I maybe that's another word for something.
I think that's the last name of the spammers.
Mm-mm.
No,
It's not-
Leo's not a
So
spammer.
they're so
It
We
looks similar
thought
to
he
the
was
other
a-
last name.
we thought that they were bots,
Wait, so is
but they're
because there's
not. Because on karaoke we actually had them come on screen and
wait, really?
Mhm.
Because I know there's that
Oh,
same name
okay.
with Aaron and Karen.
Yep,
That also they're not bots either.
they're not bots either.
Then why are they just posting
Well,
random
never
stuff
mind.
into the chat?
Their English isn't great.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I learned something new today.
I feel bad for thinking they were bots, but like they just kept putting book titles over and over in the
Yeah.
chat, so I didn't know what to make of it.
On my witchy stream, they were like, "Here's a bunch of witchy stuff," and I was like, "I am here for it."
Okay, so do you
and-
know? Do you find out like why they just put book titles in the chat?
No,
Are they trying to promote them or something? I don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
I was like, how did you find out? That's what I want
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah,
And
I thought they were.
They came on
bots or
screen. We were doing karaoke, and they wanted to sing.
Oh, okay.
I think
I
they're
thought you meant like
Thai.
they said something. Okay. Huh.
Ooh, that reminds me. I need to practice some more. We got,
This
we got
child will
karaoke
not.
this Sunday.
Oh,
Awesome. I didn't even. Yeah, I feel bad now. We've all been like,
I feel
I
bad.
feel
We're
we
like,
did
bad.
for
oh,
the
no,
longest
you're a
time,
bot.
and then we finally had a face to the name. And
Well, I would
a
like to
voice,
publicly
and-
apologize to all three of you that I have accused
Yeah.
of being a bot when you are not a bot. I'm sorry.
you know, in the YouTube sphere for 2020, nothing was out of question.
Right.
Nothing without a
Yeah, like
question.
at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if all of you were bots. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm a bot at this point. I didn't know.
I'm a well-scripted bot.
It has been established that I am the Matrix.
Are you
And
going to be in the
Devin
new
has
movie?
Devin has proven that there can be bots made of flesh. I mean, he is like
Everywhere?
everywhere at all times doing all things. So
And I get having ADHD. I get having multiple streams on at one time. But how he is in so many streams at one time and knows exactly what you're talking about, you got some superpowers, dude, and you need to like help. You need to help, because I'm beginning to think you're Doctor Who, and you already know what's going on, and you're just coming back to like Yeah, exactly. Evil laugh.
Oh, is Spence in the background?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did she pop up? I was like, there's so many I can't see. Thank y'all for catching that. I didn't. It's like so far down. I don't see people.
I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes going, I wonder.
No, because like
sound.
all of them are on the top, and so like all I see is a little bit of the camera on the second line.
A little bit of the camera.
Sorry, Spence. Hi.
Hi. Happy book launch.
Thank you. I'm
Proud
loving
of
the
you.
hat. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know where. I've got a gray one and a green one like that. I don't know where they're at right now.
Oh, what, the beret?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, I've got a dark green one. Actually, I've got 3. I got a dark green one, a light green one, and a black one that I got knitted for Christmas.
Oh.
That's like the only type of hat I don't own. I
I
even
own,
own a top hat, but I don't own.
I own 4, maybe 5 of these.
Part of me says, Kat, it doesn't surprise me you own a top hat, not a beret. I mean, it's you. You're
I have
one
a
of
beret.
us.
I have a beret with my army uniform.
I know, right? Okay, technically I have 4 because I have my security forces beret, but I don't count that as one I wear all the time. So. One more, we can play out the 2 squares. We'll jump on, Devin.
Yeah, Devin, do it. Prove you're not a robot.
Do it, Devin.
Come on, Devin.
You know what? I'm
Google
gonna say-
gobble. Google gobble.
You don't even need an icon. Like, you don't even need a camera.
I know. I don't have one.
Pasting link now. Let's see if you actually jump on. Oh my god, everybody wants to try to spam call me. Hey, she's making money on a book. Let's get money from her. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, I don't know what I would do if Devin actually jumped on the stream.
Pass out?
I would be in shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a good talk.
Hi, Laura.
Thank you, Laura. And thank you, HK. Now you just need to get yours done so I can say congratulations to you. She's working on the translations on her book. I'm super here for it.
They've been doing really groovy streams for the translation, which I'm kind of here for.
Yep. I try to catch all that I can of HKs.
I gave Noelle my cell phone with cartoons, and she's like propped up on the bed right here. What?
Oh, you said something.
I got a Facebook message, and she actually accidentally opened it, and it blocked the cartoons. Here.
Mommy, fix it. Mommy, fix it.
Hold on. But she's just leaning against the mattress right there.
Yeah.
So Laura just finished another short story last night. Awesome. A rewrite of my gothic romance. You need a reader. I just heard gothic and romance in the same sentence. I'm here. Just saying. Any type of paranormal, romance, goth, I'm here for it all.
Woo.
Very much the same.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with a month off with no like official job of writing or editing or. I might catch up on reading.
Yeah.
It's a 5K body snatching and ghosts abound. Ooh. I like. Any kind of body
7K
snatching.
story.
I'm here for any kind of body snatching.
Well, that just goes into my comment then.
There you go. Well, you put it in there, so I just went with it. That's one of Anne Rice's my favorite book of hers is Tale of the Body Thief, because I love how David's an older guy and gets snatched into the body of a 20-something-year-old because he's like, what's up? Like, I should be mad about this, but I'm really not. It's great. So yeah, however you want to take it, I'm down for it. Well, since we have some people who have not had a chance to win, do we want to do a giveaway?
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
I knew you were about to do that. Knew you were about to do that.
I wouldn't be me if I didn't free associate music.
Mm-hmm. Let us do.
Later, Jason.
Bye, Jason. Thanks for stopping by.
Have a good day.
Let's see. All right. So if you'd like a chance to win a 30% off copy editing, let me know in the comments and we'll do a race for it and see who wins it. And then we'll do a book with that in as well. So you get a free book for Unknown Love or Unknown Family, whichever you like, and for 30% off a copy editing from Meadow. So let me know in the comments. We'll get your name in, and we will do a 1-minute race to see who wins.
TikTok.
Well, on a side note, I turned around and Noelle was licking my phone screen. Yeah.
The tone on it.
She was singing, and I turned around to look at her, and she was singing with her tongue out, going back and forth on the phone. And I'm like, what? Why?
Don't do that. Don't.
I mean, I wipe mine down, and
Don't do that.
So what is everybody working on as of now?
I just finished a leather patch for an SCA night.
Cool.
I'm working on a painting and the texture of the paper is very bad today.
Are you doing watercolor or oil?
Watercolor.
Black paper.
Yep, we got really nice paper. It's just very textured.
Oh, I gotcha.
Mm.
And like erasing on it is like,
Uh-huh.
I've been working on some assignments for. Oh, oops, sorry. As soon as I start talking, my camera always turns off. That's really frustrating. Today, I've been working on some assignments for my job, like writing some copy for a website for a publisher I work for. So I've been working on that. And then this morning, guys, I had a meeting with a cover designer for 90s Kids.
Yay!
And I'm so excited. I don't know when the official cover reveal is going to be, but we talked about, this is why I love working with a small press, because it's like, you get to be so involved in the whole process. So
Yeah.
I was on a call with him and my publisher for about over an hour, and we just talked about so many ideas, and I'm just like, his art is amazing. So I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see what it looks like.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
That's the best part about being on the ground floor is that you get to have your thumb in all the pies.
I love it because it was everyone was asking me like my opinions on everything. I loved it.
Exactly. Whereas if you'd gone traditional, nobody would care.
Yeah, like with like a big 5 or something. Yeah, I like doing the. I feel like small press is a good mix of like it's got the traditional publishing element where it's like I don't have to pay money, and then it's also got the self-publishing best world part where it's like, but also you get to be very involved with everything.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I agree.
I like that.
Eventually, we want to get Rose City to be a small press. That's like
That
our,
would be so
our goal in the
cool.
future. So we're building from right now, just working on editing, and then we'll slowly get there.
Don't worry, I'll contract y'all out once I get to Texas and get mine going.
My mom just commented on one of my videos to say, "You are the ultimate boss babe," in all caps. I love my
Thanks
mom.
for being supportive,
She's
Mom.
hilarious.
Spence, since you commented, I'm putting you in the race.
Yeah.
Just because you're on with me doesn't mean you don't get to be in.
I'm not going to win a discount from myself, and I plan on buying the book, so I'm good.
I have the, I'm getting the paperback, and I have the digital files for all the things. So
All right.
it would be wasted.
All right. So I have a minute timer. That is what we're doing. So we got kittens. Since Jace made a smart comment right at the start of me saying it, I was like, we're just gonna go with kittens.
Kittens.
All right. Let's see who wins in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh,
They're so cute. I can't not.
Go, Spence, go.
I think
on,
Spence
Jennifer.
is taking the lead.
At least this one's not like Charlie's where it's like all the way across the page already.
Oh yeah, that was insane.
Oh my gosh, I love that the trees in the background are in the shape of fish.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, the sun is a bear.
Oh,
Oh,
It is.
and the clouds are fish as well.
Oh, that is just too damn cute.
That is too damn cute.
It's super cute.
It
Come on,
is
Lori,
the-
step up.
come on, Laura.
Go, Spence, go.
Ooh, Laura's getting up
Laura,
there.
come
Oh,
on behind.
Oh,
And it's Spence.
Hey!
Spence gets the yarn. Spence gets the yarn.
Void Kitty for the win.
Have all the yarn.
oh.
Spence be like, I wouldn't mind winning that.
I love how she's like on top of it, just hearts coming out. All right. So, Spence, for the book portion, do you want paperback or ebook?
I don't have an e-reader.
Okay. Well, the paperback it is. Well, you have a phone, so you never know.
I mean, technically, I suppose I do, but my phone was 4 generations old when I bought it used 2 years ago.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
so you have like the mobile, like this big?
It's
Yeah.
pretty,
Oh, that's-
like, it worked really well. It was definitely an upgrade from my last phone, and I love it still, but there are limitations.
yeah.
Yeah. No, you said phone 4 generations, and I wasn't talking phone generations. I was talking about like person generations. Like, remember when they were actually as big as a phone?
120 years ago.
Right. Like my daughter
no.
thinks it's funny that I can say I remember the first flip phone.
I
think
do
that's
too. We
I
had
remember
one. It was an
when I was a little
Ericsson.
kid, my mom had a Razor flip phone, and I thought it was the coolest shit. Like,
Oh god.
I had a Razor.
The Razors were 20 years in the future. Like, no,
Yeah,
my
I got-
dad. My dad had a Starcom, and it had the battery on the actual like flipping, put it to your ear part.
Yep.
Like that's the first flip phone I ever remember before regular people ever even had it.
I wanted to use it so bad. I found my dad's in storage, and I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember as a kid, the only ones that were even in existence were like the Zach Morris brick phones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Unfortunately.
Dal.
Hi,
Thank
doll.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
like we were trying to me and my neighbor were trying to explain to my daughter what an actual computer was way back when like the server, what you would call a server now, was just a computer and it took up the whole room. It's like, Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Suspense has got the gifts and all the congratulations. Super Spence. All right. Does anybody else have any questions for me in the comments or on screen?
I feel like I can come up with like a really good question. So,
Did we already ask what inspired you to write these books to begin with?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good. Remember the AOL CDs to use the internet? Yeah.
Oh, I remember those. Yep.
Yeah.
They sent like 10 at a time to your house, free samples.
I was telling Tyler the other day, I just randomly had a memory of a time I wrote a short story when I was in middle school and one of the things someone did was give her friend an AOL CD as a gift. It was like,
yeah, you collected those things like candy.
And I remember if you put that CD into your computer, it was like, you know those sci-fi things where the thing gets in the brain and just tendrils shoot out into like every different part? That's what it did to your computer. It was in everything, and you couldn't get it out.
And you couldn't get it out.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, you put that CD in, and that computer was an AOL computer.
Oh my God.
Hi,
it was
Sarah.
so hard to get out.
I remember playing Sims 1, the original Sims.
Oh, the original Sims was great.
It was
On,
so good.
the family computer.
No, because I think every subsequent Sims game made it harder to kill people. Like the first one was just wild. Like you tried cooking and you didn't have the cooking skill mastered yet. The second you tried cooking, your whole house is on fire. People died instantly. Like you like I think by the third or fourth game they made it so that like taking out the pool ladder didn't kill people anymore. Instead, if you wanted to kill people in the pool
in the first one.
You had to build a wall around it.
Then you had to build a wall around the pool because otherwise they could climb out.
And like in the original one, you could just put a diving board in and that would be enough to kill the sim on accident.
Yeah, dude, people died so easily in the first one.
See, okay, the only time I've ever played Sims, it must have been the first one then, because dude went on a date, couldn't find a bathroom in the park, and peed and died.
He died of peeing?
He pissed himself. He pissed himself and died.
Maybe it was the embarrassment.
Just say he died of shock and embarrassment. I don't know.
Well, embarrassment is just in Sims 4.
Yeah,
I think it's.
Can you die of embarrassment?
Yes.
Well, it's like, oh, you can die of it. I knew that it made your mood go down or something.
If you really intensify the embarrassment to mortified and you stay in that state for a long enough time, then your sim will die.
Yeah.
That's
You can also do that
wild.
with anger,
Your sim can die of emotions.
playfulness, will
Yeah.
become hysteria.
They can die from
That's
rage,
also three, though.
hysteria,
And that's like too
mortification.
much. That's too
That's
much.
the only Sims I've ever played. He
Wait,
literally
okay,
died
so
of
I need to get the fourth one then. So the Sims 4 emotions can kill them.
Yes.
That is wild, dude.
It's
I
hard
need to get
do.
Sims 4 because now that I have a Twitch channel, I'm like, I should stream playing The Sims.
Well, see, because I had only ever bought Sims and tried to play it on the computer, but my computer was always too slow. And so it kept glitching. And so it was my first time ever trying to play it. It was a free download on my PS3. and I couldn't figure out how to make them move and stuff using the controller because I was used to just.
Oh, I
clicking.
always struggled with console
Oh
Sims
my
games.
God.
I think they're so much
Mhm.
better on the computer, just because
Yeah.
you should be able to point and click and things. Like when you're trying to play it on the console, it's just all kinds of wonky. It doesn't work.
Yeah. And when you're used to going from just being able to click, I was just like, I couldn't get him to the bathroom. I didn't know where it was. He ended up pissing himself and
And then he
before
just
got
died.
there, he died. It's just like, okay, that just happened. I'll just sleep now.
All right, there,
The
guy.
first time I remember, because I got the first Sims game came out when I was pretty young. I was like maybe 10 or 11 when the first Sims game came out, and I was like shocked, like because I didn't know about the like I discovered the pool ladder thing by accident because I had a pool party and I didn't put a ladder in the pool because I didn't think to, and then people started dying in the pool because they couldn't get out with no ladder, and I was like, what is
Sims
this?
2. Yeah.
I like this. Sarah says I had a party with Sims 4 where it was winter and like 15 got into the pool and froze to death.
Oh my god.
Sims.
That's crazy.
The original Sims game is how I learned how to use a computer. My
Oh,
mom
wow.
would turn the game on, and then she'd show me how to use the computer through the game.
That's
Huh.
actually kind of nifty.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Like that's how I learned what the buttons were. Like you click this button to actually click things.
If
Oh,
only
wow.
that worked with my grandma. My grandma got so many computer viruses because of The Sims.
Yeah,
So many.
that's crazy.
But you
You
could mod the
really
hell
love
out of it.
Only streams on her
Um,
computer
Go
and see it.
on like LimeWire and download furniture and
Y'all, I'm gonna
LimeWire.
check if Sims 4 is on
Yeah.
Steam right now.
Dude,
the
LimeWire.
entire cast of Lord of the Rings
Yep.
on your computer for The Sims. And like
LimeWire
all the
would
furniture.
cut everything out. Yeah.
I used to make my book characters in The Sims, so I think now I'll try that again and like live stream it. People might like that.
I did that. That was super fun.
That sounds
Yep.
really fun. I'm trying to
I've
open
done that.
Steam right now to see how much The Sims 4 costs and if I might need to like because my
The
computer.
original game is super, super cheap. It's the expansions that are expensive.
That's what I was about to say. So about
Okay.
$5 million if you want all the expansion.
I think it's like 3,000 to get all of them, or a little bit more than 3,000 to get every single expansion.
Really?
pack.
How
If
many
you buy them
expansion
full
packs are
price.
there?
If you buy them full price, because they do discounts randomly, and then you get them for cheaper if you bundle.
Okay. I'm gonna look on Steam and see because Steam has a lot of sales, so I'm gonna see what they have there.
Yeah, and Sims
Um,
4 only recently in 2020 I think actually came to Steam.
Okay.
See, and that's what I'm gonna do after this weekend. Next Monday, I'm gonna take my computer in and get a better graphics card so that I can hopefully stream on Twitch. Because I want to try to do stuff like that.
I think I need to get a better graphics card. We built this PC
Just a little bit of
like
What did you
5
do?
years ago, so I think I might need to upgrade a few parts.
Yeah. My
Charlie, what did you do?
Oh, I'm just playing with the new laptop. It does all kinds of things that my other one wouldn't.
see, I've got
I'm
a
so nervous about the idea of getting like The Sims 4 for my computer
It was
because
frozen. Freezer burn? Is that the word I was looking for?
Don't Starve is my current time suck game. I have lost so much time. Don't Starve. Like last time I checked, I had logged since I got it in like 2019 over 4,000 hours.
Hmm.
Oh, The Sims 4 is cheap.
Yeah, the actual base game is not too expensive, and if you bundle the other packs, because you can get an expansion, a game, and a stuff pack for like $50, I
50,
think.
yeah.
I didn't
all
realize there were like The Sims 4 has so many expansion packs.
Yes.
Like I remember playing the first Sims game, and there were like 5 expansion packs for it, and that was it. There's like 50 expansion packs here.
yeah.
Yeah, and they keep releasing new ones. Like they release like at least three a year.
Well, I'm gonna buy. I have enough money just in my Steam account right now to just buy the original game, so I'm gonna buy it now. Maybe I'll stream playing The Sims later. I just got Pro StreamYard so that I can stream unlimited and to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously.
Yeah. That's why I got it.
Question about Twitch because I'm so new to it. So this morning I streamed simultaneously to YouTube and Twitch of me trying the Animal Crossing makeup palette.
Mhm.
Now, when I went to my Twitch page after that, the stream was not there anymore. I watched it and it was playing while I was streaming it, but now it's not there anymore.
You have
How
to go into your settings.
My Twitch settings and tell it to do something?
Yeah.
And then they'll hold it for 14 days when you are at the lowest tier, and then it goes up as you tier up. The thing that I'm finding out with Twitch is that when you're dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube, people tend to come to YouTube and not to Twitch.
Yeah.
And in order to become affiliate on Twitch, you need, a minimum number of. You need an average number of 3 people per stream.
Yeah,
at all times.
I've done one Twitch stream. It was simultaneously on YouTube. I think I had 3 people watch the Twitch stream and like 25 watch the YouTube one.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can fix this because I'm doing these like very simple streams right now to just try to learn Twitch, and then I'll start playing The Sims and Animal Crossing on Twitch after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I'm,
kind of what
I'm
I've been
considering starting up Stupid O'Clock Sprints, which is where I stream sprints at like 4 a.m. Eastern.
Holy crap.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, but that's like the middle of your day, so no biggie.
Yeah. Well, no, and that's kind of, I'm just now getting into Twitch too, but like, I know when I see somebody that's simultaneously streaming, I will actually go watch on both. And that way they get to know what my handles are on both, in case they just stream on one or the other, and I'm helping them with both. So, 'cause I do that with
I'm gonna get the Sims.
I do that with
4
Jason all the time.
Sims 4 Plus. Wait, what is the digital deluxe edition? What does that mean?
It just gives you some extra stuff, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get the ability to download a soundtrack from it, I think. I think I have it.
I'm gonna get the cats and dogs bundle
It's wonderful.
I like that one.
because I want dogs in my game.
Yep.
I want to make Chewy in the game.
It's wonderful.
Devin, I still buy DVDs for the fact of internet as well. So
You can actually customize the pets more than you can customize the people.
I've customized pets in The Sims 3, and I was able to make one that looked pretty similar to Chewy. Like I could just like do all this stuff to his face and everything.
I'm
Just
just waiting for them to come up with a farming pack because I want horses.
right, that might actually draw me back to The Sims if they had a farm. How is your app going with Chewy, Savvy?
How is the Rescue Pets app?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's actually Wrigley that's in that app. Yeah, guys, I did a launch back in December. For my company, Forever Home Friends, teamed up with a company called Rescue Pets Game, who makes mobile games about rescue pets. And in the Rescue Pets mobile game, one of our characters, Wrigley, is in the game now. So actually right now on Rescue Pets Game, they have a Valentine's event going on and you can play as Wrigley. And right now I'm playing as Wrigley and having her win Valentine's costumes. It's a fun little clicker game. I'm going to play it right now.
I
It
love
has
the
a
idea of
Cupid's
one of your-
arrow so far.
I love the idea of one of your dogs being in an app. I love that.
I love it. Wait. Where is she? So oop, there she is. And there she's doing Valentine's Day. She's got a little Cupid bow on, but I'm trying to win other Valentine's costumes for her.
That is the cutest little thing.
I love it. She looks so cute.
Yeah. The other thing with going on Twitch is if you go to other people's writing streams or anything and let them know that you're about to go live, a lot of times they'll raid you when they're leaving.
Oh, cool.
Even
Yeah,
though
I
you're
gotta learn the
watching
whole
Twitch.
inner workings of Twitch. I'm just starting to learn TikTok, and that's already a mess.
You can also auto-host people that you're friends with on Twitch. So
You
if
don't
you,
even have to be friends with them on Twitch. You can just add anyone to your auto host.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so when I'm not there, if Charlie or Meadow or Kat or Sako stream something on Twitch, it will play on my channel.
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I've
There's
got
something called raids.
Yeah.
where you can take your viewers and you're wrapping up your stream. You can take your viewers and raid another stream.
Yeah.
And basically carry your audience over to them.
Yeah. It's like Travis talked to Evern, did that with me the other night, and when I'm on with Jason, he does that to other people. Because even though you're simultaneously streaming, you can still do that because you got people in Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I just spent all last weekend because I was so frustrated with everything with the book. I was like not doing anything book related today, and I spent the whole day like figuring out Streamlabs and how to make myself an overlay for when I finally start gaming or doing it by myself on just Twitch.
I need to make overlays for my streams.
But then it's hard because when they tell you how to do everything, it doesn't tell you what you have to be an affiliate to get and what you don't when they're explaining everything. So I'm like, wait, that's not there.
We lost Savvy.
Oh, I'm like, wait, that's not there. And then I'll like look it up. And it's like, oh, that's an affiliate thing. Like, God damn it.
No, you shouldn't have to do that.
Well, no, like to do like
OBS allows me to do overlays without.
No, not overlays. Just like some of the things like bits and gambling and like things like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the stream tells you how to do all of it, but then it doesn't tell you. Okay, once you get affiliate, you can add this to your stream. So I'm like looking for it, and I'm like, oh.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go get some juice for Noelle because she's throwing a fit.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm still trying to reach affiliate. I've only got like 36 followers.
I need to get the 3 average viewers. That's it.
Oh,
I've met all the other thingies.
Aw.
Have you started downloading it, booted? Oh.
Dope.
That's
Yes.
okay. Let it download. Come back. You're good.
Yeah, I'm actually probably going to stop streaming things because it hurts your average.
Yeah. That's why I kind of had to make the decision on my Wednesdays. Like, I want to get my Twitch built up, and I want people to start recognizing me over there as well. Because I do want to do the streaming and things once I get to where I can have 2 screens and have a better setup once we move this year. So I was like, well, I'm just going to move my Wednesday streams to Twitch. I am going to try on Restream this Wednesday and see what that looks like. But after that, I'm only going to do Twitch. So we'll see. I don't know. It's different because we're used to doing like timers and being quiet and everything. And like so many people talk all the time during Twitch. So there's not like a quiet time, right time type thing.
There isn't. You basically chat and stream simultaneously.
I can't do that.
Yeah,
I have to.
Yeah, I don't like those kind of streams.
Sorry.
This
That's
is
why I
I-
figured
I
that
was
hey,
like,
look, you
okay.
get this time.
But
good
I
for
don't
them.
get anything done.
I love those kinds of streams, and I'm always wanting to move my stuff over, but I know like a lot of people that come to my streams like the quiet. Like,
Then go to Twitch and be chatty.
Yeah. oh
And
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do this, keep the Sunday streams, because that way everybody has the quiet time on Sundays, and I feel like a lot of us are sleeping in late and just waking up and things like that. So we need that quiet, like relaxed time. And then on Wednesday nights we're just chilling and we're just I'll answer your questions. That's why I like Jason streams. Like he'll answer a question if somebody pops it up, but then he's still working during his 20 minutes, and then so oh, thank you. Oh no. Internet's acting up now. Well, that's what I get for saying once it's done downloading. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, love.
Water's over here.
But thank you for coming in case you can't make it back. Now I feel like I jinxed you. I'm sorry.
where are you?
Noelle's tantrum has ended. Thank the Lord. Like
Thank that big guy.
that up there. Thank that.
Think that.
Now that we've watched that cat timer, I'm going to have to say that bear in the sky.
Bear in the
It's
sky.
like stuck in my head now. Like, and for whatever
Thank you,
reason,
Gummy
he's on a
Son.
lollipop. For whatever reason, he's a bear lollipop, and he's stuck in the air.
I'm gonna start saying that from now on, and Jordan's gonna be like, so confused.
Thank you, bear in the air.
Air Bear.
Hair bear, care bear, air bear.
Where bear? There bear.
Everywhere in the air is a bear.
Pick you up. Or no?
Is your guinea pig talking to you, Cat?
No, she's looking at me.
Is it creeping you out?
She's actually like wandering her cage with me like 2 feet away. So
Hey, if that guinea pig was talking, we would all be able to hear it.
Mhm.
But it's still a baby, so maybe it's quiet.
earlier they were like at each other.
Aw.
They were also facing each other when they were doing it. So it was like adorable.
Adorable.
They were talking about how they feel about you. You're new. You need to be talked about. It's okay.
We'll break out at midnight.
I've had to deal with guinea pigs a lot in my life because in the rabbit showing world, they also have guinea pigs as a big part of it because people show guinea pigs too. And I myself never showed them, but I did own a lot of them. And I every time you go to a rabbit show, you'll have one side of the barn that's all constantly just guinea pigs just doing their noise. I don't even know how to describe the noise that they make. It's like
a chattering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really
also
loud, especially when it's like, you know, like 100 guinea pigs all on one side of the barn. My God.
Hi, and thank you, Eva. Thank you, thank you.
Imagine how we sound to us, though. Just a bunch of dull roar filling the room.
True, true.
But there's a lot of different
Rawr.
pitches and all that to us. There's
And
like
rabbits
all the same noise.
Rabbits are pretty quiet unless they're being disturbed in some way, and then they squeal like no other. But for the most part, they're pretty quiet. If they're just sitting there in their cage, they don't make a lot of noise.
No.
So, like, you go to a rabbit show, and it's like this whole side of the barn is quiet, and you just hear people talking. And this side, it's like hundreds of guinea pigs just squealing at each other.
They're talking too. Hey, I like this person. If you get bought, come get me. I know you could always, my aunt used to raise rabbits to sell, and you could always tell when there was another animal because they would all go crazy, and it was like a wave. When one started, they would all just slowly get to you starting. We had a bird get loose in there one time, and it freaked the rabbit out, and like, they were used to birds being in there, but I guess not this type of bird or something. I don't know what made it go crazy, but bird landed on the cage. One rabbit started, and it was like a wave.
Yeah. I didn't hit you. How could I hit you when you're all the way over there? Just come over. Don't hit Noel. It's like I've been sitting here.
The rabbit
Yeah.
just made noise by rattling his open cage to demand greens.
It's like we have filmed evidence that no hitting has occurred.
Imagine you're in a store and like nobody can see you're in the bathroom or something. She screams that. Like, what the hell?
I know. She always, every time we go into a bathroom at a store, she always announces exactly what I did in the bathroom every time. The whole time we're in the store, she will yell it over and over again.
Bad rabbit. Eating slippers.
Maybe he thought they were tasty.
Were your slippers animals? Because maybe he was defending himself. My chihuahua used to get mad if I wore dog slippers. he would try to attack the dog.
Hey, chihuahuas are little rats, so they don't know any better.
Caitlin, aka Peanut Gallery, has Logan now, who's a Chihuahua.
Mhm.
And the guinea pigs, like, they're like half his size already. They're gonna end up bigger than the Chihuahua.
I loved our Chihuahua when we had it. It was just such a cutie. It was just so much love, and I can't tell
I'm just
stories about my
teasing.
rabbits because they end in tears.
Yeah.
Aw.
No,
Chihuahuas aren't my favorite, but they're cute.
he was something special, dude. He was definitely the runt for a reason. But he was half Chihuahua, half Min Pin. So he was black with like the brown chest and just these big perky like Doberman looking ears on this little baby body.
Yeah, they call it bunny raking for a reason.
Yeah, it was the cutest little thing, but he did not like animal slippers. Regular slippers were fine. If there was an animal on them, he was attacking it. He was defending Mama.
Oh my gosh, those dogs are eating your feet.
Mama, they're at you. They're getting you.
You must defend your honor.
I had a Min Pin named Marcia, and I called her that because she looked like an alien because her ears were so big and they stuck straight up. Because usually miniature pinchers, you have to crop their ears to get them to stand up the way they're supposed to. Hers didn't. They were huge, and they were like little satellite things on her head, and she looked like an alien.
Awesome. That's awesome.
It's the only thing I'm afraid of. I want another Min Pin, but like I'm afraid something in Texas will eat it. Come on, just grab it. Because we're going to have land and it's going to be open. And I don't want
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't want an
And
eagle
my
or something to come and grab it.
Yeah, my parents live in the middle of nowhere, and there's this black cat that lives in the neighborhood that I love and adore, and I'm not allowed to have, and I'm not even allowed to feed it. So I tried to like convince my mom to like let me catch it and take it to her, and she was like, "You were just out there. You just saw the 10 birds of prey that circle around our little pack of the woods," and it's like, but I want to be able to love
Books
it.
are real, man.
I refuse to let my formerly feral cat be an outdoor cat in this neighborhood with coyotes and hawks and, you know, freaking and cars. You know, I'm just neighbors that poison animals. No,
Those are the worst.
absolutely not.
Yeah, you can't tell me that my cat that somehow we still don't know how escaped didn't get eaten by coyotes. I mean, literally, all you gotta do is literally go down, not even a quarter of a mile down the hill, and there's the mountain. You just pass 2 campers, and there's the mountain. And there have been coyotes walking in the freaking park all the time. So, but then this Lusa, my last kitten that I got, my latest one, she will go outside, but she doesn't want to roam. She just wants she was an outdoor kitten as a baby. So she just misses the air or something, because I've got our old dog carrier when Toby was a baby. She just lays on top of it and she's just like, "Yeah, I'm here, Mom. Let me know. I'll let you know when I want back in." Like,
When you
she never
build a
leaves.
house, build one of those cat enclosures that, you know, they can go outside, but it's still enclosed.
Yeah.
It's like a chicken coop for cats.
Yeah, except they have like a flap, so it's like the cats can just let themselves in and out.
Yeah. Our when we had a house in Texas, our cat would let himself out the dog door. He would like entice the dog to the flap so that his collar would let the cat out.
See, we always had barn cats because rats are a big struggle on the farm where I grew up, and my mom and my sister raised rabbits for showing and stuff, and the rats will go in there and eat them. They'll eat their toes and the babies and stuff. So we always had a ton of barn cats.
Barn cats are awesome.
Oh yeah, and they're like really, really good at finding the rats.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even says our cat wants out often. We have forgot to make sure he wasn't back inside before. And then one night, his muse let us know that he was stuck in a tree. So now he's in. So it does require chasing, and he's still occasionally out overnight because he's a fast runner. Yeah, no, she'll just stay outside and she meows when she wants back in, and if we don't let her in right away, she just goes and lays back down till my mom gets up or I get up for work, and then she's like, you hear a little at the door like the dog. It's like, okay.
Let me in, please.
I've always had indoor-outdoor cats. My last cat that I had to bring home when we moved in here, and by that, like, I let my roommate keep her. I didn't use her litter box. We let her go outside. She's like, why would I poop in a box in the house where my food is when I could go outside?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, you could tell that was her tune about it. It's like, you are the best cat.
No, we had
mommy.
one cat in the 90s, and she was a barn cat, and her mom got hit by a car, I think. But anyway, at my grandmother's farm in Belleville, my grandmother called us up. We went out there. She coaxed this little tiny orange ball of fur out of the barn, and it came up to her and started eating, and we took it, and it was a barn cat until it got into the car.
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, she was a lap cat. Like, she's like, this is what my life is supposed to be.
This time.
Yeah, I think she was one of those, princesses in her mind. She's like,
yeah.
My friend has a dog like that. He had, I made him adopt this dog, which I'm very proud of. Like, I bullied and manipulated this to happen. And so this dog was like very emotionally and physically abused as a puppy. And did not want other dogs anywhere near it ever. And the foster home it was staying in had 3 other dogs. And now this dog is the biggest, dumbest dork I've ever seen.
I love dumbest dork pups.
Like, he brought him over one day to hang, and my friend was talking about how dogs are still like inherently predators. And as soon as he said that, this puppy just like rolls over and shows his belly, like, hey, pets. Like, yes, you get all the pets.
I had a Rottweiler that was just dreamed of being a lap dog. And every time we would get in the car or sit on the couch or anything, she was immediately sitting in your lap. And she was also really overweight. So your legs would like fall asleep within like a minute. And you're just like, well, I guess this is my life now.
I'm trapped.
now, did she have the full tail?
No. She was a rescue and she was really, really malnourished when I got her. And so that's why she got so fat, because like she went from being hardly having any food to like, as soon as she was like, oh my God, food. And I get it whenever I want it. And she got really fat.
Yeah.
My grandmother's dog is a Rottweiler mix, and she's got the full tail, and you can tell why they bob them, because that thing
will
can take
break
your leg off.
Yeah, it will
they're
break bones. Yeah.
And oh my God, she gets so happy, and that thing just smack, 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 smack.
Yeah.
Recently, my friend stopped giving this dog dry food because he had to like tell the dog to eat instead of being like, "Here's your canned food with the rice and sweet potatoes. I made you food," and the dog just like, and then just go lay in his lap like, "I love you."
How you said that the cat that you had wouldn't go to the bathroom like in the litter box. My dad's cat, it's my dad's cat. No matter what my father says, it's his cat now. Doper he will not use his litter box unless it's storming or it's winter time. And even then he might still be like, no, let me outside now. And so he's been known to, the dog will scratch at the door from inside like she wants to go out, but in reality she's letting the cat in.
That's a smart dog. My cat won't use the bathroom outside. She comes in. Like, during the day, if she's outside, she will come and scratch every couple hours, go to the litter box, and then scratch won't back out. So, who knows what they're thinking. Obviously, she has to if we don't listen. We don't hear her, and she's stuck out all night. But yeah, I think she does it just for spite, just so we have to smell it. Take that for leaving me outside all night.
I walk by my roommate's place sometimes now because the cat's still an inside-outside cat. And every now and then when I walk by, she'll like run up on me like, "Hey, I want to go inside now." And I'll just go and like open the door and let her in, and then just move on, and hope it messes with him a little bit.
It's funny because like Eva saying their old cat wasn't an outdoors girl. She didn't like people or noises or sudden movements. That is my daughter's cat. Ever since he somehow got outside and we found him a couple months later, he is the epitome of a pussycat. He is like such a chicken shit and ain't even funny. But then like he's got the 2 kittens and they're like, "Bitch, we're gonna play. You either get out of the way, go jump in mom's lap, or come play with us." And he just kind of looks at me, "Ew, like what do I do?" Yeah, and he'll stay out of the way, and then eventually they'll tire out and they'll come cuddle around him. Frog, your ride's here. Yes, it's 2. Why do you think I told you what time are you leaving? I just woke her up like 20 minutes ago and was like, "Don't you leave at 2?" She was sleep talking to me and then she'd go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
She's got drill tonight.
I've done that on stream.
Are y'all going to Auburn? No.
Yeah, there was that one week where we were doing Perfect Pancake and we got to just that last hour of Meadow stream and I hadn't slept or anything and I was just like,
Sims 4 replay.
yeah.
You said perfect
Oh, yeah.
pancake.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Are you asleep right now, Jace?
No, but I'm getting into that wind down feeling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is almost your bedtime. Not you, Frog. You already had your nap. You don't count.
But that's why I can do the streams at like 2, 3, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm glad all of you were able to come. I was like, I never stream during the day, and I don't know who's available during the day, and I'm just gonna mass in this out.
Cool. Though I should probably bolt soon.
That looked like a freeze brain face.
It was a little bit.
I have ice cream. I could go get ice cream.
You should.
I've eaten so much ice cream.
Let me have ice cream.
I'm just eating barbecue potato chips.
Are any of you guys streaming tonight?
Meadow, I think you're.
Yeah, I
Are
have
you
to do
doing
the I have to do the bonus episode of The Sims 3 play because I was going to do it on Sunday and then I had issues with the running out of hours on StreamYard and not having the funding until yesterday to buy the StreamYard again. So, but now that I have it, I got to do it tonight because we're doing the Sims tomorrow.
I will be back at work like a normal person tomorrow. Yay. Me.
I'm supposed to have a stream tonight at 7 Eastern, but we're outlooked for an ice storm tonight, which makes our internet really, really unreliable, as well as our power. So, yay.
Ouch.
So I don't want to disappear in the middle of a discussion because it was going to be a talk stream.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do. So stay tuned.
Thank you, Jennifer. That's sweet. Well, I know people have places to go and things to do. If y'all want to go ahead and give your outros, we can go ahead and end a little early.
Did we give away the discount?
Yes.
Or was that
Spence won it.
I did
one both things. Okay. Gotcha. I didn't know if it was 2 different ones or combined.
Yeah. Well, since not everybody like wanted, I figured for your editing people would line up, but
Let
nobody
our,
wants free things. I don't know what's going on.
let our
I-
prizes
Because
come
I
by.
know
nowhere near
y'all,
ready
and
for
I feel
new
like I'm
editing.
taking advantage. That's what it is.
I think everybody's like post Nano, not ready to get their works edited. It doesn't have a timeline. It's not going to expire.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's not going to expire. Spence, just let me know when you're ready.
Right?
Spence,
Yes,
you're
let
muted.
us know
You're
when
muted,
Vampire
sweetheart.
Christmas is ready.
Spence, you're muted. No crap. That's all I want.
So yeah, what kind of editing services do you offer? Please tell the class so I have an idea of when I should be like, hey, nudge, nudge.
We offer developmental, line, copy, and proofreading. The discount I was hoping would be more towards copy, but I would be willing to do it towards line as well.
What is the difference for you guys there?
Line gets deep into narrative voice, word by word choices, like sentence structure, syntax, all that kind of stuff, and copy is more grammar.
Good to know.
And you know, since you're letting her do that for 30% since you won, you can always let me be your CP instead of her now. I'm okay with that. Because I'm really wanting to read this Christmas romance vampire style. I'm loving it.
Yes.
Well, I'm supposed to finish the first draft of it this month.
So I need to nudge.
Yeah, like people
March
need to be
1st.
assholes to me about it now because I technically haven't started. I have my outline done and I printed it, so I can't change it anymore. I just have to start it.
Oh, you can change it once you start it. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
I don't though, because this is my like 8th version of this outline.
I know.
And I'm very happy with it. I can't do I really struggle with doing structural changes after I've written a draft.
Well, if
'Cause,
you're happy with the draft, there's no point in changing it. But I always start writing and then get an idea that I never got during an outline.
and so like rewriting the outline 4 or 5 times of like, oh, this is a good idea. Oh, this is the thing I forgot to include. Oh, here's a plot hole. Oh, here's this and here's this that like I can fix while I can still see the big picture and before I start like adding houses to the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So theoretically, I should be able to do it by the end of the month because it's only going to be like 30,000 words. So this draft may barely make 20,000 words. But we'll see. We'll see what I do.
Good luck.
We have faith in you.
At least somebody does.
You have faith in yourself, even if you don't want to admit it.
I have stubbornness.
I think everyone on camera has that too. I don't think anybody would disagree with me there.
For a lot of writers, I feel like it's a horrible combination between I have no faith in myself, but I refuse to stop trying.
Facts.
That's it. That's it exactly.
I feel called out.
Look.
Not it. Not it.
Like,
That was me trying to get this thing out. It was like, I'm done. I'm pissed. I'm done. I'd make it to the door and be like, no, I'm not gonna fucking do this. No, getting out.
and there's that terrible paradox of as your skill increases, so does your level of taste. So you never see how good you are because you're like, but I'm aiming for this good.
Yeah.
But you're where you were aiming for it 6 months ago, and you just can't see it because
Definitely.
And honestly, you're never going to stop finding things to change in your book because as the more you do it, the better you get, and the more things you're going to see that should be different. It comes to a point where you just got to stop and you just got to be like, okay, I'm done. And it's ready.
There was an artist that said, no piece of art is ever completed, just abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
Ha.
there was a meme or something I saw ages ago that really spoke to me. It was like, hey, look, you finished an art. What do you do with it now? I stare at it till I hate it.
stare at it till I hate it.
And I feel like when friends read your book and they tell you it's good, you believe them, but part of you thinks they're just being nice because they're your friends and they have to see you. And same with family. They love you, they hate you, whatever, but they're there. You can't get rid of them. But then, like, when a random stranger tells you something, like my neighbor who read it was like, I really didn't see that ending coming. I really loved it. I can't wait till your second one comes out. I'm like, oh, thank you. And it made me feel so good. And Charlie, you will know this because you and I are so much the same. I walked inside and I was like, did she give me the whole truth? Or did she hold back the lie? Like,
Did she tell me the truth or is she just dumb?
My father-in-law reads all of my books because that's how he wants to show that he cares. But he has no qualms at telling me everything he hates in every single one of them. Like, if he likes something, he'll let me know that too. But like, there's no like guessing. Like, is he just sugarcoating this to preserve my feelings? Just like,
right.
Oh no, this character, you should have just killed them. I hate them. They're terrible. Why are they in the? He's worse than a fan at a convention. I'm just saying.
So,
oh my God.
So when he gives you a compliment, you know that it's genuine. And you know
when you get a compliment, it's just like, oh my God, I did something right. how the hell did this happen?
Gotta fix that.
Well, no, I mean, just because, like, my neighbor read it and an ex read it, and I'm like, okay, these two men never read, so they're reading it just to be nice, to say they've read a book by me, whatever. And then, like, you know, you're getting it edited, and of course there's issues you've got to change, and you're like, okay, I've made the book better. But then, like I said, like, a random stranger reads it, and you're like, okay, they liked that they didn't expect the ending, but did they hate everything else about it? Or did they just mention what they liked? And, like, was that pause imagined or was that real? I spent 20 minutes afterwards.
Oh yeah. The criminology on a compliment is just like, you get out the murder board with the ribbon and the tacks, and you're just sitting there. You got your whiteboard on the other side of you so you can write down ideas quickly as they come off your head. Like, exactly what were their eyes doing when they said the thing?
Yeah.
What were they looking at? What were their hands doing? Were they fidgeting at all? Did they look nervous?
I feel like I've been fortunate enough that most of the people that have read my writing have been good at giving me criticism and compliments and like helping me actually improve instead of just being like, oh yeah, it was really good, I loved it. It's like, no, I want to know how to make it better. Like, you gotta tell me that too. I've been fortunate enough that people are, most of the time, people can give me things too.
I have been very fortunate in that my proofreader came back with a cultural question more than a story thing. So I think it was just like a cultural misunderstanding as to what the subtext of the scene was. And oh, hey, Megan.
Yeah, my husband's not allowed to read my stuff anymore because he's just like, it's good.
Oh yeah, spouses are the worst. My husband's idea of like high praise is it's fine.
See, Jordan's the opposite. If I ask him to read something, he will point out everything that's wrong with it, and that's it. And it's like, okay, I know you're trying to help, but like, you need to be a little bit less harsh.
Sandwich it. You got to sandwich it between.
Like, he read the first chapter of my book and he was like, oh, I don't like this and this and this and this. And it's like, okay, well, is there anything that you do like? Like, are you going to just say all the bad things?
I feel this.
All the shock and surprise.
All of the shock and surprise.
Yeah.
Honestly, I work for a horror label. So if you're interested in releasing some small press stuff, I am pretty sure we can work something out.
Me? Huh? Who are you talking to?
I was talking to Laura.
Oh, I was like, I don't write horror, so I don't think you're talking to me, but it seemed like you were talking to me, and I'm confused.
If there's one
It didn't sound like you were talking to me, but I was the last one who talked.
Right?
No, because I popped this up and said I feel this. Yeah, it is hard to sell your stories. So
If there's one thing that I wish I could get into the mind of every writer in the world, a rejection is not necessarily a statement about the quality of your work. So many editors are just inundated with so many things to choose from. There's no guarantee anything ever gets read in a lot of the places that we submit to, just because the workload and the number of submissions are so high.
Yeah.
And then you have to account for the personal taste of the people that are there. Because honestly, there are some book publishers that I don't know who they have choosing their books, but they don't seem like smart people to me. But they stay in business somehow.
I say the same about their editors.
But yeah, you never know what happened in the interim. Like I only know that for one story because I got a handwritten letter back with it that asked me to please stop writing and never ever submit anything to anyone ever again. And I used to have that framed in my office.
Well then, one of the things of advice that I found like recently, like a few weeks ago, I can't remember, it was a YouTube video. I can't remember who it was. I'll have to find it. But they said you need to collect rejections like they're trophies. You need to submit and submit and submit as much as you can, because the more you submit, the more likely it is that you're going to find somebody that's going to accept you.
Or give you some feedback that makes you make it better.
Yeah, because a lot of times they'll either just reject it because they don't really have the time for it, or sometimes they'll actually read it and they'll send you back pointers when they reject it. And like you just got to collect the rejections. You kind of keep going and keep submitting as much as you can, and just keep going. Like that's it.
Well, you never know, because when I interviewed Alexia Chamberlain, she was talking about how like she would get rejections, but they would be telling her story was good. It just wasn't the market for them right now. And then, when she finally did get a submission, she was like, the person had found her email like 2 years after she'd sent it. Like, so you never know how backlogged they are, or if it somehow got missed in the pile and they're cleaning it out and went, oh shit, let me look at this. Like, yeah, I mean, I've gotten rejections a year and a half later, so I don't know what their timeline is, but it ain't on ours. So,
yeah, that is one of the things that I worry about with my stuff, because I don't have the imposter syndrome. I don't have it at all. I feel like I have the skill. I know what I'm doing. I can tell a story. My big fear is that it's just like, here's my book that's good, but it's a drop of water in the ocean and no one's going to see it because there's so much freaking stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Marketing and connections.
I mean, that's the whole reason I decided self-publishing over traditional, because my book, even though the original first book was written before Twilight was even a thing, like I never got around to getting the money to get anything done with it, to do anything until after the craze. So you talk traditional publisher, though, oh, vampires are over, oh, this, that. That's not where my series is, but it just so happened that's where the first one started. And there wasn't a way to start a book 2 or 3 that didn't have the vampires, because these characters start the chain of events. So I couldn't just change them from vampires to ogres or something and it worked. It's just not the way it was going to work. So I knew there was no market traditional side, so I chose self.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, Laura makes a really good point. I had this happen in a couple of contests.
Yeah.
Like I came in 4th place or 5th place.
Yeah. And you never know. I mean, it could just be that somebody's prose was better lined out, or it fit what the marketer and the editor and they were looking for at the time. What they knew the next wave of something was going to be. They create the waves. They know them.
Yeah, or it could just be, as good as your piece was. I'm not under the assumption that I am the best. I know that I am decent, But
Humble
if I
bit,
put
yeah.
something out and someone else throws out something that's stellar, like if I throw out an A- piece and they throw out an A+,
And that's why they say submit everywhere, because you never know. It may not be right for Avon, but it might be right for Harlequin. Same people that do the same type of genres. It's just something that may be off for one publisher that's not for another.
Right. Just keep trying, everybody. Keep doing your things, and yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody who did like a writing contest ended up with like pieces that they equally enjoyed and was just like, are we just gonna shuffle these and pick?
I know for a
All
fact.
got like
Coin.
the same score, essentially.
Give them
Like,
to
I
the
wouldn't be
editor.
surprised if they did that.
Give them to the editor. Be like, which one would you have to edit less? We'll go with that one.
I know of a couple contests that were won over a flip of a coin because they just didn't know what to do.
Right.
Because, yeah, you hang out with enough
Downside.
writers and editors, you hear stories, and it's not always the quality.
It's not always the quality.
Well, and I know, like, even when I went to the writers' conference years back in Colorado, like, even the panel of publicists, we all submitted the first 5,000 words of our work, and they would read it out loud and tell you where they would stop reading it, where they would throw it into the slush pile and reject it. And they would read the whole piece until everybody had raised their hands on the panel, and there were 5 of them. And there were some that, like, first word, whatever, they were like, raise their hands. But then there were some pieces where somebody would actually be the last person to raise their hand at the end of it. Like, everybody has their own criteria, their own things that knock them off of
It's
it.
subjective,
Yeah, it's to me, it's writing and fashion are probably the 2, and art are the 3 most subjective, creative things. Like, there's everybody's going to look at it differently. Everybody's going to have their own opinion. Everybody's going to have their own pet peeves.
And
Yeah.
traditional publishing is going through a shrink down right now because the big 6 is now the big 5, and the 2 largest publishing conglomerates bought each other out, and they're closing stuff down left, right, and center. So that's
Yeah.
And I mean, Alexa Dunn put it out a couple months ago. The YA bubble has burst.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was, and it's not that it's not like the market's disappearing. It's the market is going to the size that it was always able to hold.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, for a lot of people that were trying to get in on that bubble, it was like, they were, publishing, 20 times more than they had the capacity to handle. It's just not there anymore.
Yeah. I mean, every good thing has to come to an end, and unfortunately, it's YA's time. So.
Yeah, it's not really ending. It's just going to the appropriate size for the genre.
Right. No, I was just talking about the bubble. It being
Yeah.
like a huge bubble is ending. It's and who knows? It may be time for another genre to step up now. Now that it's not being inundated with YA, maybe there's finally time for something else to emerge. Who knows? With them buying each other out and getting smaller and everything like that, at some point they're going to have to reevaluate who they're taking and who they're not in order to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really are. Hi, Maya. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Although the good side is that there's going to be a lot less crap, just shovel books of YA thrown out there, because they do have to be more selective. So hopefully the quality will go up.
I hope so.
Yeah. That is a reason I quit reading YA, was because it got to be, for me, so many grammatical mistakes not getting caught, and so many just of the same story almost verbatim. And I mean, there were some good ones, but you actually had to read and discern which ones they were when it should be the publishers to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, well,
I
wasn't
cut
too
my
upset.
teeth on adult books, so it was hard to find a YA that actually entertained me.
Same. I was a very egotistic child, so I was reading Douglas Adams and Lord of the Rings in 6th grade, and
Me too.
YA books were stupid. And so now I can't connect to them, and I feel like an asshole about it because that egotism has not gone away.
Yeah.
See, I was the weirdo that loved my Nancy Drew, but I also loved my Dean Koontz at the same time.
I'm easy to please when it comes to books and entertainment, generally speaking. Like, I don't know. I find enjoyment out of most of the things that I read. And if I really hated something, then it had to have been really terrible because I am one of the more easy to please readers.
For me, most coming of age stories are just lost on me.
Mhm.
Like
Mm-hmm,
that transition of going from being a child to an adult,
Yeah, I can't do those.
they just gloss over my head, and I'm like, and sometimes I'll get really snooty about it, depending on like what mood I'm in. Because like one of the John Green books that was made into a movie, I was like, what pretentious crap with spoiled entitled kids. I hate them all and the author.
Are you talking about Paper
I never
Towns?
read the book. From everything I've seen in his like persona, he seems like a lovely person, but just the existence of that story and how privileged these kids were made me so mad.
That makes me think of Paper Towns instantly. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but that's what I
Thank
think.
you.
Yeah.
As far as enjoyment for reading for me, very little actually gives me enjoyment now.
Me too.
Oh,
Just from editing so much.
Mm-hmm.
I open a book and I start reading, and my brain just goes into edit mode, and I don't get enjoyment from it.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, "Did you like this?" I'm like, "No, I couldn't like it. I can't like anything anymore."
I can't like anything anymore. Yeah.
I'm able now to kind of push past the editing brain when I'm reading. It's really because I've been reading a ton of self-published stuff lately, ebooks and stuff, and I still notice like the grammar stuff. Like I can't not notice it, but I'm able to look past it and look more at the story itself and still kind of enjoy it. Like they usually end up being like 3 stars, so they're kind of average. And like maybe a book that I would have really enjoyed goes down because I noticed all the grammar mistakes in it.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's one of the reasons why I switched over to almost all audiobooks, because
Yeah.
it hits a different part of my brain.
Mhm.
And so I'm not as critical. Well, bad audio quality gets me, but
yeah, but you're not
Sometimes, yeah.
seeing the punctuation mistakes or any of that.
Right.
You're just listening to the words.
There was a book I hated reading because even I, with my bad grammar, could see all the mistakes. But then I listened to it a few years later, forgetting that I had it on audiobook, and it's actually a very good book. I just couldn't apparently read it.
there are a lot of books I can listen to but can't read. Like I started listening to The Once and Future King. Like I tried reading that during that really pretentious phase and was really mad I couldn't. And listening to it, I am laughing out loud at just how funny it genuinely is.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a. Oh, I love that book.
Jennifer, I don't think you're in trouble. It's just the big inflation of massive amounts of YA has gone.
Yeah.
It's not that there's no market, it's that the market
Yeah.
is now the same as the markets for other books.
Yep.
Remember, they were labeling everything that they could YA, including things that really didn't belong there. They were
Exactly.
pretending that middle grade books were YA because they thought they would sell better. They were pretending that adult books were YA because they thought they would sell better. They were just shoveling everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Amazon itself got really bad for that for a while, where I had to take a couple of my books down once until I had a stern talking to with them, because I'm like, these are not YA. That book in particular is not YA,
Mhm.
and they kept categorizing it that way.
I was getting really frustrated. So I'm a really big Sarah J. Maas fan, and I like all her books. However, she's listed as YA, and she should not be listed as YA because all of her books, except for the first 2 in the Throne of Glass, have sex scenes in them, and they're explicit sex scenes. That should not be in YA, and it should not be categorized as YA.
Well, it depends. Like, how mature are your young adults?
Yeah,
What do we
I guess
classify
that.
as young adults nowadays.
Yeah. That's why I think the adult, YA, whatever, that whole thing is confusing because young adults is usually considered to be like, like 17 to early 20s
Yeah,
in like
teenagers.
society standards, but in book standards, it's like teen. Like, why can't you have teen and then young adult and then adult or, whatever? I don't know.
I think
But-
new adult should be a genre.
Yeah, I think it was a video saying that new adult is only for romance and anything that is classified as new adult, if it's not a romance, is not new adult. I don't think that new adult should be strictly for romance. I think it should apply to all genres because it's just an age category.
I thought it was just an age category.
I thought the defining category for new adult was that it was about a person just starting their life.
Yeah, somebody like fresh out of college kind of age range.
Yeah.
Like 19 to like 25.
I was gonna say, I think technically the book that I'm writing would technically be a new adult.
I mean,
Because
mine's a
she's-
new adult. So my main character in my series is 22. She just graduated from college. It's new adult, but it's not romance. It's urban fantasy. So like,
Yeah.
oh, good. Yeah, I heard that they were remarketing Sarah J. Maas's adult.
Yeah. So I was talking to a friend about this. I used to love some cheesy indie books. Now I can't help but see it as an editor would. It ruined a book for me just today. Oh no. I guess there's no going back. I have to be a writer now. Not that I wasn't before. Glad I'm not the only one who reads it with an editor brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as far as Sarah J. Maas, it's now marketed as adults, all rebranded, and I think they discontinued the teen version printing. She said her next books are even steamier.
Yeah, they changed the covers on her Court of Thorns and Roses series, and they actually don't sell them anymore. And the original cover is selling for like $250 because they don't print. They're not printing anymore. What?
To say she tripped over something.
Yeah.
She went running and tripped.
Yeah, that editor brain. I'm not an editor, but the quality checker brain and the reader brain, I have completely separated them. So I have like 2 different star ratings for books, where one is just how much I loved it, and one is how well I think they did. Like,
Oh,
my
sure.
favorite book of all time has a pretty big discrepancy there.
Mhm.
It is Sabriel by Garth Nix, and I love the first, like, Sabriel, Larry Ellen, and Borson are some of my favorite books. They are probably YA, and they're like some of the few that I love. And the magic system is hilarious. The demon cat is amazing, and I love the hell out of them. But for the first one, I give it like I enjoy it a 5, but I think he did maybe a 3 on the quality. So it's always weird to recommend it. It's like, I want you to read it because I want you to love it like me, because necromancy and bells and the charter magic system is really fun and it's really interesting, and I want to build a like D&D world out of that game, out of that book, but he didn't do as great of a job as I know he could have, because the later books get better, way better.
Yeah.
My problem, and why my sister will not watch first-run movies or television shows with me anymore, is because if you know a lot about plot and structure, you know how the story's going to end before it gets there.
Mm-hmm.
And like so much media, like it and that takes a lot of enjoyment out.
Yeah. Well, see, and like I was at one point, I was going to start reviewing the books as I read them on YouTube, and I was like, I don't even know how to rate this anymore, because I didn't know if anybody else did what I do, and like I do the same thing as you, Spence. It's like I will love a book or I'll hate a book for the reading, but then when it comes to like, if I can see a grammatical issue or some type of issue, then there's a problem. And thanks to Jason Meadow, I'm now watching all commas and like periods and like researching while I'm reading and like trying to get it in my head and trying to remember it because Lord knows y'all had enough to change those. I'm gonna try to fix that.
I had a.
Probably-
Oh, sorry.
No, I was supposed to say it's probably y'all's number one editor quirk for me, isn't it?
Is your you use mine. The main thing that you do that annoys me is you use way too many commas.
Oh, you've got a treat when you do mine.
I comma like I talk, apparently.
Yeah, it's like Jace made a comment. He's like, I can see, like, as I'm reading this, I can hear Amber's voice saying it, like because she puts commas where she would pause if she was saying this, and it's like, oh yeah, definitely. So like every time I read your books when I'm working on it, I'm like, yep, I only hear Amber's voice now because oh yep, she would have paused there, and oh yeah, she would have paused there.
I am a queen of commas places. I refuse to let them go.
See, I wasn't even talking about those commas either. I was talking about the comma versus the period, but y'all did bring that part of the commas up too.
Your dialogue tags, but you didn't know that yet.
I know, and I still don't do it because I still don't understand it. So by now, my reading has become oh, there's a comma there. Wait. Oh, there's a period there. Damn it, get back in the story. Read.
I had one book that I read a few months ago that the book itself, it was a self-published one, and it would have been good. It would have been highly rated, but it irked me to no end that there was too many ellipses and every single one of them was not punctuated correctly.
Boo.
Every single one of them. And it was just like, I actually highlighted in my Kindle, I highlighted every single ellipses. Wrong punctuation, every single one. And there was at least like 20 to 30 of them in a small romance self-published book. And it bothered me so much that it actually lowered my reading. And normally that wouldn't, because I can look past it, but I don't know why, but it just drove me up the wall. I just
So the way I read ellipses is like a Valley Girl would. He did this thing. And then he did this other thing. And then he did this third thing. and I can't take like paragraph after paragraph of ellipses for that reason. Like,
I mean, Jace can tell you, in my first draft of my fantasy book, I way relied on the ellipses. But as I've gotten better at writing, I've actually eliminated like at least 50% of them already.
Yeah, your standard size novel should probably have maximum like 3.
I'm gonna have more
If
than
that.
that, but
If that.
I rely on them a lot in dialogue.
I'm being
because,
generous.
When I use them a lot, if in dialogue, if somebody trails off, that kind of stuff, I use them a lot for that.
The problem is people, they think in text now, and that is such a highly used thing in text, and they don't understand that prose and text are separate.
Yeah.
You are not writing a 300-page text.
that's different.
I already know. Okay, you don't want to make me feel worse about it. I don't know. I use a lot of ellipses, and I'm getting better, and I'm learning how to let them go. But I'm probably gonna have more than 3.
I just like the fact that he said a normal size novel has 3. Keyword normal
I
size.
just like how this turned into gang up on the editors. Like that brings a little bit of joy to my heart. Like, yes, let's go after what grammar mistake is your favorite one to make, editor.
Actually, that's super fun, isn't it? What's your favorite grammar mistake to make?
Ellipses, probably, for me.
See, if Sarah was trying to let him gang up on me.
Well, actually, my ellipses are all correct. They're just, I use too many of them.
I use quotations, not quotations, but like apostrophe like half quotations
Mm-hmm.
for thought processes, which is apparently archaic now. Well, apparently that's not
I
a thing
think
anymore.
I think it's more standard now to have inner thoughts be in
In italics,
italic.
right? Yeah.
My first book, I did that, Sako. You're not alone.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
well, I mean, like Sako was saying, it's something that used to be the norm, and the norm has shifted. And
Jace likes to put 2 spaces after all of his periods.
oh yes, because I learned typewriter style, and I can't not do it. That's something that I will, when I release my book, I will have to mention to the proofreader. You need to check my spaces after my periods because I instinctually put a double space after a period.
Yeah.
Even on my electric typewriter, I used to do that.
Another one that I learned recently that I did wrong for a long time is the word all right. I always spelled it ALRIGHT, and it's actually supposed to be the 2 words, all and right. And I didn't know that for a long time, but I know that now.
What's the difference in them?
Yeah.
I don't know. I tried to look it up, but because when I looked it up, it said that all right with the AL one word is commonly accepted in the masses, but in actual professional writing, it's supposed to be the 2 words.
Yep.
So
That I can see.
My
But
worst,
you are writing a novel.
my worst habit is left over from my BDSM days, actually, where the I pronoun is always lowercase. And most programs will now like work with me on that and be like, oh, you accidentally you didn't capitalize this letter. Let me capitalize it for you. But Scrivener doesn't do that. So that's something that my proofreaders need to watch out for.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just like to go into random space of poetry and then go back into the prose. Like that. People either like that about my style or not. Just every now and then, it just a little bit of beatnik comes out.
Another one for me that I noticed when I was editing from first draft into second draft is my characters say each other's names way too often.
Oh, come on. If she who shall not be named can write the words Harry Potter and get the vast majority of her word count from just those 2 words, you can do whatever the hell you want.
I had a scene that I had to rewrite for different reasons, but I had to rewrite it. And just on 1 page, the main character's name was said 4 times by the same character all 4 times. Oh. And I'm reading this, I'm like, why?
If that happened in the real world, the character saying that would be so fucking condescending.
I mean, honestly, it was Ambrose saying it to Alex, so it kind of fits, but like...
Or somebody's getting in trouble.
Yeah, because she was freaking out about something, and he was trying to get her to just snap out of it and get over it. And so he was like saying her name, like yelling at her. And I was like, no, he doesn't need to say her name this many times.
I will go whole days without hearing somebody say my name. I can go a whole day without somebody addressing me by my name.
I go by mommy or babe most of the time. Because Noelle and Jordan.
One here too.
I get asked what my name is by the drivers all the time, but that's it. They should know me by now.
I'm still running from my dead name, but
Or says if I stop doing 2 spaces after a period this year, after a critique told me, partner told me it's not standard anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, Laura and I need to like team up and do a story together.
It'd be cool to see y'all do a script together.
Right? Where I can do the dialogue and maybe a little bit of stuff. Devin finds lots of commas.
Because he likes to beta read.
Yep.
So does Megan. So there's two people.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm really good with the dialogue, but I am not good with what's happening in the scene around the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what my main struggle is in terms of writing. I haven't quite discovered it yet. My weak spots.
I suck
In terms
at
of narrative and
saying
stuff.
sentences.
It's
Mine
because
Mine is character description. Like, I have them so focused in my head that I may put their eyes and hair in there, but I don't ever. I literally, part of my second draft of this book was having to read and highlight where I put everybody's clothing choice and eyes and hair, because I couldn't remember who I'd done, who I hadn't, who was in what clothes, if I'd ever put them in, like, said anything about what they were wearing. Like,
I actually prefer not to describe what people are wearing because unless it's like specifically part of the character's personality, it doesn't really matter to me.
yeah, but I mean, in this book it mattered. I normally don't care, but like in this book it mattered because like
That's true.
each of the nymphs were made from different trees, so like their clothing were made from the trees, and then Seda switching from her clothes to theirs, like that was an important part. And like I honestly didn't remember what I had put anybody in, what anybody was wearing, if I'd even said. My entire second draft, I had to go find that before I could give it to you guys.
Yeah, that part is when it is actually important to include that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, now that once you said, well, in this book, and it matters, I'm like, you know what? You're right. It does matter in that book.
Because when it's outside the norm,
Yeah.
that's when it matters. But when it's just like regular family members who see each other every day and noticing, like, if I've seen you today, I'm not going to like mentally note your eye color or your hair color.
Yeah, I mean, in book one,
Yeah.
it didn't matter really. They're all like humans walking around, normal things happening. But like book two was important, and I had never, I guess because I didn't really worry about it in book one as bad. This one, it was important, so I didn't want to like accidentally forget, but I didn't want to like overdo it either.
Right.
But if you walk out of, if I see you like that and then you walk out and you've sprouted a dress of leaves and vines, I'm gonna notice that.
Yeah.
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 She went from flowing dress to a reed skirt. It's kind of different.
So I guess the most important thing to take from that is you're in the character's head. What are they actually going to notice about this person? Are they going to notice anything physical about them, or are they just going to, say, "Oh, so and so is here," and just blow off all the description altogether?
Right. Exactly.
Well, I mean, because it sometimes the something as simple as clothing can be a huge deal. Like, I mean, her having earthly clothes on is what kept her from getting attacked, and worse stuff happening to her. So like that little bit of a character detail became a huge plot thing. So sometimes little things really will make the difference in mattering.
Yeah. Did this just turn into a giant editing TED Talk?
Yes.
I think it did.
Well, I mean, we're talking about books and writing and editing all together. Oh, I told her she could do her outro before she left.
I think we talked for too long.
Yeah, I gotta get going too. Gotta make dinner for my tiny.
Well, would you like to do your outro?
Sure. I'm Spence. I theoretically post videos every Thursday. I post art on my Instagram at uncanny.artistry and personal stuff at A Basic Absurdity. I have a super secret project I'm going to be announcing very soon, so you should follow me in all the places so you can find out what that is and help me make it a thing that's real.
Yay.
Congratulations on your book, Amber. I'm so excited.
Bye.
I think I want to do an outro as well because it's getting late for me.
Well, I mean, I was going to end in 10 minutes. I mean, we can go ahead and end now if you'd like, if everybody needs to go.
Well, I can wait the 10 minutes.
Because I wasn't going to go forever. I was going to go till 2:30.
This isn't one of my streams.
No, I do have some other stuff since I do have the day off to make phone calls and stuff. No, I was going to end at 2:30, and then we started talking to editing, and everybody seemed to be having fun, so I just let it go.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but if y'all want to go ahead, since there are so many of us, and do our outros, then we can just get on.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
Jace?
I think Meadows got the most recent thing, or the thing that's coming up soonest. So,
Okay, yeah. So I have it scheduled for the 30 minutes of the next hour. So it's 3:30 for me. It would be 6:30 Eastern. I'm doing the bonus episode of The Sims. I was gonna do it on Sunday, but I was not able to. So that will be happening very soon after this is over. Other than that, I don't really have anything special coming up. Normal schedule of Wednesday Sims and Friday evening and Tuesday afternoon live streams. I'm an editor, as you guys know, because we did give away a 30% discount to Haley for copy editing / line editing, whatever she needs. And if you guys are looking for an editor, we would love to work with you. And our website is rosecityediting.com. Noelle, do you want to say hi? Say hi, Amber. She just wants cookies and cocoa melon.
Hi, Noelle.
Say hi, Amber.
Hi, Emma.
Happy book day.
Happy birthday.
Oh, and coming up in the future, within the next couple months, I'm doing Arabic lesson videos. I've been scripting them and making free printables to go alongside the videos and stuff. So it's just a long process to get there, but it'll happen. Oh, jeez. Okay, here you go. Here's the phone. She left it just out of my reach. So yeah, that's my stuff. Yay. Rock on.
all right. Yeah, I wanted to get the Sims thing out so that we could get into our Sims thing tomorrow. So we start on Kat's channel on Twitch. So you go there at noon Eastern. Make sure you go there and say hi to us.
It's very lonely there. Just the three of us most of the time.
Please.
And then we move to my channel, and we do the home building on my channel, and then we move to Meadows' channel, and we do the Let's Play with the sim and the house that we built.
So in terms of this next episode tomorrow, we already have the house and the sim from last week that we weren't able to use. Do you want me to do that in the bonus episode today, or do you want to start there tomorrow?
Well, if you don't do it, then we don't have stream. Then Kat and I don't have streams.
I will. I'll try to do it because I'm trying to focus on aging up the kids. So I'll try to do it.
Okay.
Fingers crossed that it'll happen.
We're focused on aging the kids up and then the relationship secondary?
Yeah, well, I can't do the marriage until the kids age up anyways.
Yeah.
So
let's see. Thursdays on my YouTube channel on at 1:30 p.m. is the VTM Mysteries, and I'm so excited that number one, Ginny doesn't have to quit, so we have everybody still. Yay! Number two, I have so many ideas for this, and there's a bunch of stuff that's coming up that I'm really excited about in this game. I really recommend it. If you love Vampire the Masquerade, or you just like role-playing or good storytelling, good acting by the players, it's just a lot of fun. Let's see, Saturday is my productivity sprint, my YouTube one. Sunday on Sage's channel after Amber's stream, so I think it's gonna start at 2:30 Eastern, is karaoke, and it's Valentine's karaoke. And the last thing I want to promote is I want to start doing more productivity streams on Twitch early morning, which I call stupid o'clock sprints, because I want to get people over there, and that's when I'm most productive. And those are usually like 3, 4 in the morning Eastern, which if you're in like Europe or Australia and stuff, it's at a time where you can actually participate.
Or if you're in the Pacific, it's like 1 a.m.
We're staying up late.
So that's my stuff.
Yay.
I'm next. Sorry. I haven't been sleeping. I'm Kat. I have a Twitch at Kat Leo Writing. I do live streams. Regularly Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Tuesdays I generally do like an hour of a random game.
The guinea pig wanted to be heard.
Apparently. But I do like an hour of a random game on Tuesdays, and then a lot of time I'm probably going to do like a productivity stream afterwards. Wednesdays, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, I do productivity streams from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then at noon is the Sims 4 3 play with Phase 2. Where, like I said, I do the creative sim portion. Normally they keep giving me good people, so I'm just like really fast about it. Because they already give me good looking sims to make. Thursdays I alternate. 1 week it's at 7, starts at 7. I alternate. 1 week is gaming, and then the next week is productivity. I think this week is gaming? Question mark?
So that sounded like a question.
Oh my god.
Didn't you do gaming last week? I
What did I do gaming last week?
have vague memories of Stardew Valley.
Oh, I think
The last game I saw on your channal was Pecan, motherfucker.
Oh, I didn't stream last week. I didn't because I had a migraine last week. So last week was supposed to be productivity, but it didn't happen. I don't think it did. Did I not
The
stream
last
last
game,
week?
one I remember is a game.
We'll just continue on with schedule as normal. Just go straight to game again.
I don't know what. Something will happen on Thursday. I don't remember something. Thanks, Devin. You promote my Redbubble store, and I never do.
I know, I've got a Teespring. I never promoted either.
You can get my
never
Super
even-
Cat on there. You have my Super Cat there.
Get a Beep Sheep and a Super Cat mask.
You can also get these there too. The stickers.
Pretty.
Yeah, that's me.
It's me now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hi. My name is Charlie. I'm supposed to be doing a stream tonight, but I don't know that I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to figure out what the weather is because I don't know. I'm very freaked out about that. But on my regular CE Dorset AuthorTube channel, my first video on the topic of identity, which leads into one of the big projects that I'm doing right now, just went up, and I'm very, very excited for this. It was very hard editing the video because I am overly honest, as I often am in these kinds of things, and I had to have my husband watch it and be like, is this okay for me to put out? So
You say honesty like it's a bad thing.
I'm often told that my level of honesty is a bad thing.
This is true, but I still say it's not.
Because I'm still in a place where I'm. Anyway, so that just went out, and I hope people like it. We have the normal streams on Wednesdays and Fridays on my channel. Hopefully tomorrow's stream will be fine. I'm really nervous about the ice storm because the last time we had an ice storm here, like everything froze, the power went out, and the trees caught on fire, and we were literally surrounded by fire and ice. It was not a good night.
That is a proverbial scare right there.
Because the electric lines broke and fell into the trees, and the electricity from the lines kept the trees burning as everything else was freezing. And yeah, I'm overly nervous about it, but hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, that's going to be going on tonight and tomorrow. So yeah. Anywho, that's me. Ball of nerves. Hi.
And I want to thank everybody that came and supported me for the book launch, and everyone in the comments for coming as well. Thank you guys for being here and being so supportive. Even if you didn't buy a book, like, thank you for coming and being supportive. For the winners and everything, we are going to have those going out next week at the latest as far as the paperbacks, because like I said, I want to make sure that they go out looking well, and then I have my bookmarks and all that. And just let me know if you want a bookmark and a paper plate, a signature plate. I was like, paper plate, what? A signature plate, that thingy. And I will send that out to you as well. You can get signed copies over on my website, amberscraft.com, and I have all the links for the ebook and the paperbacks down below. And when I get the Kobo and Apple up and working, I will get those up as well. I was wondering.
I
was wondering if he had to leave earlier or if he just decided to go bye-bye.
If you haven't bought Amber's book yet, you should.
So yeah, Jace and Meadow did the editing, and Sako, who was on here earlier, did the formatting. So if you need their services, make sure you go and check them out. This Saturday will be the podcast for the month for the a paper plate would be an interesting goodie. I was trying to think of what you called them. I am the host of the Afterthought podcast. This month's episode will be out this Saturday, so there is that. And I stream every Sunday at noon Eastern, whatever time that equals for you, and starting tomorrow over on Twitch on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. So, thank you for enjoying my day off, my book launch with me for this lovely book. I hope y'all liked the 6 days of reveal. I thought it was kind of cool, but if you didn't, let me know. I won't do it again for book one when it comes out. Can't think of anything else I've got. If you do buy it and like it, even if you don't like it, I don't care. If you like it, whatever. If you read it, please leave a review. I would really appreciate that. Amazon loves that, so does Goodreads. So, did I miss anything? Anybody? Don't think so. All right. I will have a link for my merch and my coffee and my Patreon and my website, all that down below within 10 minutes of getting off here. Otherwise, I will see you guys over on Miss Meadows' channel later. Bye.